Liz Foster from Canadian HR Reporter. I'm here at the HRPA Annual Conference and Trade Show. With me is John Robertson, speaker at the conference. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
So could you tell us a little bit about your session today?
The entitlement of the session was what HR professionals need to know about crisis in the workplace. And so part and parcel of that was giving them an overview of kind of the Groundhog Day. Every time there's a crisis, do you just call EAP, or are there other ways to address the situation? So I walked through some simple little formula to be aware of so that they're not grabbing the lightning rod after a bad event.
Okay, so what kind of crises are we talking about?
Suicide in the workplace, diagnosis of a terminal disease of somebody who's really well liked has a different impact than somebody who's known but might be new to the workplace. Somebody killed on the way to work, layoffs, the kind of termination of I'm not talking about for reason, I'm talking about downsizing and restructuring.
Okay, so can you maybe give us a bit of a Cliff's Notes of what those steps are?
Absolutely. So the four pieces that I taught about were values, clarifying what the values are beforehand, because if we don't get a handle on them right away, after a bad event, they become the stone in the shoe to the workplace. So people, the cynicism, trust, negativity, kind of that lack of performance engagement. So values are clear. Education. So for example, HR professionals have to be willing to teach their people what are the rules. So if I'm involved in a fatal at the workplace, I don't know what the rules are that you're going to have to, as an HR person, that you're going to have to do to me. And all of a sudden now I'm going to blame you because now I have to have blood, alcohol, all these other things done, which before the event the rules were there, but I just didn't know about them. So values, the education piece, and the education and training, which kind of go together. So VET is the acronym, values, education, training. And then the team. Who are the right people to deploy in the workplace? Because it may not be an EAP, it may not be HR, it might be a peer, could be somebody outside the workplace, and that results in the transformation. There's two ways to approach things. Groundhog Day, kind of reinvent the wheel every 2 to 5 years, or start by being proactive and look at support, leadership, the pre-incident stuff, education. And so the takeaway is, if you're comfortable doing the same old, don't worry about what I was trying to share. If you want to change and reduce the static and get an engaged workplace, that's where you start.
Thank you again to John for being here with us today.
My pleasure.
So once again, I'm Liz Foster here at the HRPA Annual Conference and Trade Show. Thanks very much.